This was not to exist. This was nowhere in the ether, or maybe it was, but for Abby of Ongeza Volume happened. Tulikuwa na mazungumzo naye over a call a few weeks back, siku chache zilizopita, when Spotify Wrapped lists were a thing. Sai, who cares? Are you even here? Why am I here myself? Tulikuwa na mazungumzo naye, akaniambia na plan kurecord reaction yake ya her Spotify Wrapped. After your call nikajiambia I can also do that, so nikamwa niibe hii idea toka kwake. Find her video, watch her video, nitaweka a link somewhere kwa description, inaweza appear somewhere kwa hii video. Enda uicheki, uone vitu alisikiza, uone vile alijitetea akisema that is not a true reflection of the music that she has listened to in 2024, which, true to it, I released something else more than 24 hours ago, but at this point that statement doesn't make sense to you because hauko hapa na mimi sai in the moment. I released some stats from AirPods which showed a different reality, but check that out. For now, niko hapa for my reaction to my recap. Yangu si ya Spotify though, yangu ni ya YouTube. So situmiangi Spotify, natumianga Apple. Nilitumia Apple for the first 3-4 months of the year. Then after that, nimekuwa nikisikizia mziki on YouTube. Then towards the end of the year, Spotify, but Spotify the web version. Nilikuwa najaribu kufikiria of some artists that might appear here. Nikafikiria Kendrick. Nimesikiza Kendrick heavily this year, since even before the beef, before that moment nilikuwa nasikia Kendrick already, but from that time ili heighteniwa. So from April 30th akirelease Euphoria, that I am sure will appear kwa my recap. I am also sure 616 in LA will appear kwa my recap. I have listened to that song a lot. Such a catchy beat. And the way he flows on the track. But now I'm getting into it. Niko sure itapia. So Kendrick atakuwa my top artist most definitely. For other acts nimefikiria Lupe, if not as a top artist, maybe some songs by Lupe, Mural Jr., Miss Mural. Nilikuwa na specific reasons ya kwenda back to those songs in particular. Similarly, my listening of Kendrick Lamar, apart from the songs during the beef, zilikuwa because of a particular interest. So nikigo back to albums zake na specific songs in his catalog. Rage Against the Machine might appear. Nimefikiria Armand Hammer, Paraffin. I listened to Paraffin from August hapo. Siko sure if JPEG Mafia will appear, maybe. So nilikuwa na a lot of hip hop acts, experimental alternative acts apart from Kendrick. So those are some artists that nimefikiria. Some of them watakuja nikiangalia the recap nikiwakumbuka, but let's get into this. Na nimehave kuitafuta because no one cares by this time. The notification ilikuwa isha disappear from your home tab. Kwanza mwaka nilikuwa nasikiza new albums, so on YouTube as well as on Apple. Feb MWE Music Writer Exercise on Apple and on YouTube for the albums. Zile haziko on streaming platforms. Sidhani that zita make, then that continues through the rest of the year. Now not being on Apple na kusikiza music on YouTube for the rest of the year. Itakuwa interesting kuona the songs zile zime make and the artists who were my top artists and have been heavy on my rotation. Relive your year in music with your favorite songs. See your full recap. This is why we are here. Naona Euphoria 616 in LA. Hata tuone the recap. Anyone else? More Mother? Sijamsikiza hapo sana. Clipping, Ooh, clipping, some songs. Ooh, Run the Jewels. Clipping, Run the Jewels. Very specific in my searches. Here we go. So what do we have here? Get your recap, top tracks, your playlist, top artists, listening timeline, movie character, top podcasts, top albums, top moods, then summary. June to August, September to November. Nimesikiza music heavy during the last part of the year. Or maybe in recency bias. It is here, your 2024 recap. Let's kick things off with a vibe check, shall we? Do I have an option? You're listening this year, it's giving energies up, blissed out, teary, hip-hop for sure. Blissed out, energies up, teary. Oh, Mother I Sober could be here, although it's Steppers, United in Grief. You racked up 10,298 minutes of listening this year. Okay. You also explored 2,144 different tracks, but only one song became your theme song. Euphoria. Not a surprise. First listened it 30th April. I remember. Total listening time 105 minutes. Nakumbuka. Euphoria. Kisha I believe ilikuwa Tuesday jioni nilikuwa nimekaa. Then niko YouTube naona Kendrick Lamar Euphoria. Huh? Yo, I was ecstatic, I was antsy, I was confused, I was uncertain, all sorts of feelings and emotions. Whenever Kendrick released a song, pandemonium emotionally. Euphoria. Dum, 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 dum. Your superpowers. I forgot. I also listened to my song a lot. Yes. Maybe that's the theory. Kutaka tu escape dunia, kutaka tu kuto exist. Kutaka nothingness. So these are the top 5 songs on your 2024 soundtrack. Euphoria, 14 total listens, 616 in LA. Easy access on YouTube, so singeenda kwa page ya Kendrick kuisikiza every time. Na haiko kwa streaming, na haiko YouTube as the other tracks from Kendrick, na Afrikan or Don't Wake Me Up. This is beautiful that I am there. MC Juice and Supernatural, I listen to this freestyle a lot. It is a freestyle of the two after their historic battle. The following night, Supernatural alikuwa an interview, ali explain his story. Sikuwa najua the backstory to this, because I always asked myself, how did this freestyle happen? And they are referring to their battle that had just happened. Nilionanga a clip kwa, was it Supernat's IG or an interview somewhere mtandaoni. Ali explain how it happened. Sikuwa najua, but alipeana the account of how it happened, how Juice ali show up kwa the station, which ilikuwa unplanned. The only person who was supposed to be kwa the station was the winner of the battle, who ni MC Supernat. I have always wondered about it because Supernat anasemanga Juice came inside, gave his commentary, it was necessary. So mushanga, your reference inamaanisha nini? So until I understood where that came from, nikapata a better idea of that line and the story. So your freestyle mi huisikiza sana. I even have it on my other phone, ile tenje mutumia for my sessions ku play beats. I have that freestyle as an MP3 and I've had it since 2017. It's a freestyle that I listen to a lot. So MC Juice and Supernatural freestyle, and then by Kendrick from Damn. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I listen to that song a lot as well. 3 songs za Kendrick. We gathered them into a playlist for you. Let me save to library. Your year had a whole cast of characters, but only one could be the star. We know who that is. We know who that is. 12 hours, 78 songs. Not surprising. Mr. Moral. Mr. GNX. Oh, GNX pia nimekuwa nikisikia, but not at as much as the rest of his catalog for the rest of the year. How much of a fan were you? Let's find out. You were in the top 2 listeners of Kendrick Lamar listeners. You listened to them 12 times as much as the average listener. Now let's roll the credits on your supporting cast. Okay, tuone. Tuonapo. So before this, ilikuwa niseme kwa sababu ya kusikiza mziki on YouTube, especially for our reviews, sitakuwa surprised nikiona a Kenyan act hapa. So I was thinking maybe Charisma. I thought of Charisma because of the Motions debut album yake. But nilikuwa najua kuwa na a lot of Kenyan artists kwa my list. Bensoul ako number 5 kwa sababu ya album yake. Na hii ni image ya Extra Pressure. Album yake, The Party and the After Party, tuli review. I was certain kutakuwa na msanii mwenye atapia hapa, Mkenya mwenye nimesikizia YouTube because of reviewing. Kwa Spotify pia, nikiendanga kwa my web version, naonanga wasanii wenye tumereview hapo, Charisma, Bien, Bensoul, na Spotify, Jerai, Spotify na niambie, listen to your favorite artists again. It's just because of work, Spotify, please, ni kazi. You see, Lupe Fiasco, Amanda Hammer. So my artists wenye nime-mention are here. Accurate. Tyler the Creator. Not for Chromacopia, nimesikia twice. Not Chromacopia. If there is a song nimesikiza ya Tyler sana ni New Wand Magic. And hiyo pia ilikuwa intentional na particular. Kuna something specific I was going for nikisikiza huo wimbo. Any other Tyler the Creator song? New Magic One sana chatuone. You had main character energy. Let's replay the plot of your year. What's my plot? Tell me more, YouTube. You seem to know a lot more than I do about myself. January was your most adventurous month. Na nimesema, nianza mwaka nikisikia new albums. Nakumbuka a few things here there. April you had Euphoria on repeat, of course. Ataka ilitoka 30th April, the last day of the month. August, your top month for your favorite Kendrick Lamar. August. Oh, yes. Makes sense. Because of project nashughulikia. Makes sense. The revisiting makes sense, yes. October was all about mellow, thoughtful tracks. Sometimes you just have to sit with the feels. I do not know if sometimes you have to, but let's see. Jan, April, August, October. If your year were a film, you would be... okay, tell me more. Nataka mi seem to a film, Zevo. The superhero. You saw across the musical landscape, exploring diverse music far and wide. Some people are all talk, but you really know how to listen, especially when it comes to podcasts. Not Tunadu podcasts. Rick Glassman, Harry Mark, Flow State, Dead End Hip Hop podcast. Is the mic still on? Mic check. Just as I'm mentioning them, nikiwataja tu hivi as the last name, your top podcast, Mic Check podcast by Upside Digital Networks. Just so you know, siku bluff ati YouTube inadanganya ama kusema tu zizi. Some of us ni watu ukweli. Zoom, do the thing. Naona hapo. You spent 3,349 minutes listening to it in 2024. Na wengine wetu tumeweza kusikiza mic check tangu the beginning. Before hata mic check tulikuwa tunasikiza the other programs. Chaksi na Maria had one, Chaksi na Airosh, then kulikuwa na Loud after those. So we have been there for a long time. Wamekuwa a successful space, so all love, all props to mic check for sure. I forgot Danny Brown. NFR somewhere mwanzo wa mwaka na the first half. So mic check, yes, 55 hours, flow state na harimark nimeitaja. Nilikuwa nimesahau Danny Brown. I've watched a lot of Danny Brown for sure. The Danny Brown show, R&B Money, a lot of history there kwa hizo sessions zao. A lot of history, amazing guests who I have loved watching there. Terrace Martin, Robert Glasper, Marsha Ambrosius. Who else? I didn't watch Dion Warwick bado. Also Robert Glasper's podcast yake na nimesahau Jahi Sundance. NFR mostly for reactions, of course during the beef video zao zikidrop wakipeana maoni. Wali feature Hive Mind, si podcast but Hive Mind pia nimewaona sana. Of course Danny nimemwongelea and harimark, flow state, freestyling na maswala kama hayo. You really commit to the artist that you love. Why listen to singles when you can binge a whole album? Meaning to albums, I relish the album experience. The party and the after party. 1 hour. Ni kazi. Goblin ya Tyler. I listened to Goblin for the first time. Yes, Tyler the creator. I think ilikuwa yes. Ilikuwa in August, I believe. Ilikuwa intentional. So the party and the after party, hii ni kazi. Sasa nijitete kama Abby, because Abby Bensola alikuwa kwa, I think alikuwa top after Uaya. Alikuwa top artist wake, alikuwa nakata hiyo story vibaya sana. So let me borrow from Abby. I live there.
But one had a special place on your heart. No. Bensol! Oh my god. Kimebio, guys. Oh my god. Second year, once again. Your longest listening streak was 27 days. Serious.
80 Aliens ya Outcast 25th anniversary deluxe version nilisikiza. EP ilikuwa intentional, has to do with production. To Pimp a Butterfly, my favorite Kendrick album, which I also think is his best album. Mingus, Charles Mingus. Wasinigona pia Miles hapa. I was listening to this also, specifically production, na kusikiza jazz bass. Then Goblin ya Tyler the creator, also production based listening. This year certainly had its ups and downs. Every year does. Please, YouTube. Nothing new here. These were your musical moods. Centered 11%, reflective 17%, chill 24%, sad 24%, dramatic 22%. Well, that's a wrap on 2024. See you next year for Recap the Sequel. Hiyo ndiyo my recap. Ningependa kuwa na 10 or 20 songs. Najua kuna rock songs nyingi hapo sana. You see, 100 tracks. Meet the Grams. See, Kendrick. Not Like Us. Meet the Grams. God is Gangster. You need production. Jazz, hip hop. Miss Mural ya Lupe. Last production. The reversed beat elements that song incorporates. JPEG Mafia, and I specifically thought of this song, Don't Rely on Other Men. Production again. Sa Benny Miles ya Amand Hama, hiyo pia ilikuwa production. Body Like This, production by Kaylin Ellis. Kendrick Lamar and Absol 616 in LA live during the pop-up show. Oof. That segment, such a beautiful moment. MC Juice, a freestyle, Watch the Party Die, XXX, Kendrick Lamar, Drill Music in Zion, Kambata, Pride, Mural, nilitaja Mural, Absol's outro on Section 80 production, jazz, hip hop, and your live production in the song, hiyo ni kazi ya Terrace, so auko flani, maumau vile si uwanga, mazishi ya polisi. Yes, I wanted to mention horror. Nisema kutakuwa na some rock songs here. Clipping, Story 2, Clipping. So this is a song inabadilishanga time signatures. Hiyo pia ni production inspired, production based. Schoolboy Q, Yearn, production bado. Noid, Tyler, Slaughterhouse, Kendrick, This World, Gazella Fire in the Booth, Rage Against the Machine, Do You're Killing in the Name, Kendrick DNA production, Scaring the Host, JPEG, Ben and Rayvanny, hiyo ni kazi nilikuwa nafanya. Kaoguyamu, I thought of them. Kuna specific song nilikuwa na go back to. Ini for MWE, so nilikuwa na go back to that song for a playlist. Current Joy is a Different Age. There's sadness. Hapo kuna sadness. Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade, Mavi, Drunk Prayer, Fields. Alchemist na Ono, Magic Dust, hiyo ni production. Makomi, Charles Mingus, Elucid, The World is Dog, MC Juice, Freestyle. Muskiza freestyle za MC Juice kama ngoma. Mother I Sober, I mentioned it. Kafiri, I revisited it for the revisiting series on Sanako Sana. Kuna vijana fulani hapo usikizeni. Wesley's Theory, Heart Me Soul. So I was accurate. Elsie, Sina, Travis Scott, Antidote production as well. So there we have it. Sketch 185, he left nothing for the swim back. Yo, production, lyricism, writing, rapping, delivery. Death Grapes product. Clipping again, Inside Out. So that has been my wrapped. Asante sana for watching this. Are you here? Are you still here? Shukran sana kwa wakati wako. Wewe umesikiza nani huu mwaka? Wasanii gani umekuwa kwa list yako? Ulisikiza nyimbo zipi? Uko na main character energy au la? Etc. Niambie. Asante for being here, because nimesema a lot of my music ilikuwa inspired na production, ilikuwa production based. Subiri uone where that goes. Hopefully mwaka ujao pia, if not ni sawa. If that doesn't happen, mwaka ujao ni sawa, na pia kama hausubiri ni sawa.